Hey everybody, welcome back to Big Campaign Stories. I'm Jeff, your humble narrator, and today we have Jesse and Marshall.
Hello! Hey everybody.
While Fours is dealing with their sibling Damin and Lucius is up talking to HR, we have an adventure with just these two. But before we get started, let's get them lightsaber rolls. Jesse.
Alrighty. If you don't know by now, I'm playing as Oswald, and I got a 5. Marshall, go ahead.
And I'm playing as Keegan, and I got a 11. You want to give us that recap, Jesse?
For God's sake. Wasn't prepared. Partly because we dealt with some older stuff, so I had to go farther up in my notes just because of how they're organized. So last session, we started talking through how we wanted to spend the week. We joined back up with folks. Lucius wanted to go check out the burnt down headquarters of Boulder Positions, which we did. We recovered Forz's pet. And then we talked about what we wanted to do next, ended up deciding that we were going to go try and link up. Gosh, how did we end up going to Damin? That wasn't our plan initially?
No,
we were going to go help out, Keegan's father. And then we got distracted, I think because we got a phone call from Damin, or Forz looked into where he was, something like that. Anyway, we found out that Damin was giving up the contract with the Anchored in person, and we decided that was a opportunity too good to pass up to figure out what was going on with the Anchored. So we started heading that way. Along the way, we found out that Damin was dominated by the Alfear that he had. So then he ended up on the roof with a really powerful sniper rifle. Forz was able to convince Damin to toss the rifle and jump off the side of the building. I was able to catch Damin on the way down, and at that point we all kind of just got away. We briefly talked about maybe going to see what was going on with the Anchored, but decided that we better not press our luck. I think that's where we left it.
Back at the Amon headquarters, you can see Forz and Damin in their office talking. You can see Chira is here, along with several of the employees of Banter Support, moving some stuff in.
I'll wave.
If I see Orion himself, I'll definitely give him a nod.
No, you imagine this is probably what Lucius is doing with HR.
Yeah.
Finalizing everything.
You'll see Gore will try to say hi while not being noticed, but also not saying it loud enough to Chira as well, as he sips away at his Atropo's frozen dessert, kind of a Punch Junction float, where you see the sprinkles on the ice cream pushed against the top of it.
Tropo.
Awesome.
For you guys, right now, the crew has shown up and they are blown away. Most of them are just kind of like, oh my god, we work for Amon now? Max and Akalik are definitely in the, wow, this is amazing. We're so lucky.
I'm so glad you think so.
Yeah, Sharap is pretty stunned, looking around. I have to admit, I didn't think I could run that fast, but this is crazy. Are we ready for this? Gore will, I didn't think I was allowed back in here. I did some work for the tech division before I became a gargoyle, and then I got perma-fired for installing some backdoors on things. But I guess Secretary wasn't on the watch list, so awesome. And you'll see that Gore, he'll be dragging a desk more towards the center in front of where the main conference room is.
Awesome.
So it'll be the front door, Gore's desk, to the conference table, and then the rest of the office.
Yes.
I'll go check with Shrop and ask him how Ravik is doing, and we'll start there.
Yeah, Shrop. Ravik's doing well. He's got a mechanic's job on the north side of Selene. I'm staying with him in his condo. Well, more of a flat above the garage, but he seems healthy and fine.
Good. We met somebody who says they were a friend of his, trying to go find him. We met them at the burned out husk of HQ. Do you know of Varian Shatter? Did Ravik ever talk about this person?
No, he didn't mention anything, but I remember somebody trying to swing by when I was leaving, looking to speak with him, but Ravik was away at the time. Corleone fellow with the drone, right?
Yeah. Yep, that's the guy.
Okay, yeah. You got turned away by the owners of the establishment.
Well, in any case, do you think you could pass on Varian's contact information to Ravik? Just sync them up?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Cool, appreciate it. I don't know what it's about, but, good to hear that Ravik hopefully has a friend out there still.
Yeah, no, that's good. He'll be very happy to know that.
I can feel Keegan just mean mugging me the whole time. Because I know how Keegan feels about Varian.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm just standing there, nodding along.
Yeah. It's good to see you, Sharap. Glad everything turned out.
He'll definitely give you both a hug.
Mm-hmm.
And say, yeah, no, this is it's been a crazy ride ever since getting hired by you guys.
How long have you been here? Like in this office?
Like, do you mean like at Amon?
Yeah, like when did you show up? Because we knocked at your place a few hours ago.
I was staying with Ravik until Gore got a hold of me.
Oh, okay. That makes a lot of sense.
So you guys do have some time to kill. If there's anything you want to look up or do before you will get contacted.
Yeah, I think I would just be making the rounds and just welcoming people back.
Yeah,
but
about
nothing
the
specific
same.
to handle there.
I would have picked up my everything I requested from the armory, but
oh yeah, that's right. This is a good time to hit the armory because we did not get a chance to do that before.
Nope.
Algernix would make sure that you all sign a lot of paperwork.
I will probably take my time to read the first page of it, and then just give up after that and just sign the rest of them.
Yeah, I'm just gonna sign everything. Basic forms, basic requisition forms.
You can tell Algernix has done this before, as he'll go through and he highlights all the spots you're supposed to sign, and then hand you your packet, and does the same for you, Keegan.
Thank you.
Yep.
I'll just open up my packet right there on the spot, pull out some attachments for my armor in various strategic places, and some little vials to secrete in joint spaces and such, and also pull out a brand new Amon branded hoodie and slide that on, and some headphones. Put those on my head too.
You wearing that over your speed suit?
Yeah, I'm wearing it over the speed suit. Apparently, the speed suit is the thing to wear.
Were the others wearing speed suits up in the office, or
the new banter support, or the new Amon requisitions employees? Yes.
Yes, fantastic. So yeah, I'll pick up my extra couple of weapons, my new armor. Make sure it's got the light up blue lights on the edges. Because why not?
Your armor has running lights?
Yes.
That's awesome. So you're gonna look like somebody out of Tron when you're running around killing people?
Yes.
Man, maybe I need running lights. That's too cool.
I'm sure your Hedron gear has something, or can have something.
Yeah, it seems like it could.
Yeah, ask Gore, see if he can requisition something.
Yeah, I'll think about it. I'm pretty decent at being sneaky, but a lot of time it seems like being sneaky doesn't actually make much of a difference for the way we tend to handle things.
True. Usually with a truck or something.
Yeah, a lot of the time we start out trying to be sneaky and then it just kind of falls apart. Is Barry around?
Yeah, Barry is here, sitting at the main conference table in the middle. Algernix will deliver Barry's new employment chip, which Barry will thank him and insert it to a slot into his arm.
Yeah, definitely want to make a point of checking with Barry, seeing how he's doing, how he's handling, what he thinks about working for Amon. And I also want to give him that family photo that last episode I mistakenly thought was For's and was not. It's Barry's. So I want to make sure Barry gets his photo back.
Barry's very sad after the loss of the home. He's spent quite a few years there, but in the end, it's okay. And what's important is Lucius and all of you made it out okay. It's just a home. And oddly enough, this frees me from the previous contract I had with the Estabolds. As a member of the Amon Corporation, as an android, they are required to grant us free will in this sort of aspect. No indentured servitude or no contract binding. So in a way, I don't have to be here, but I'd like to because I like you guys.
We like you too, Barry.
Yeah, it's good to have you around, Barry.
Yeah, he'll smile at that, and it's going to be a busy office.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to have these. I don't know yet, right? Lucius
got a lot of people here now.
Yeah, but are we going to be busy doing anything, or are we just going to be sitting around staring at each other?
Well,
Like, Lucius thinks
as of-
that that Amon's going to have us do the same kind of jobs they were having us do, but the jobs that Amon had been having us do lately are kind of weird.
as of last week, Ophelia said they're trying to bring in a bunch of stuff. So we might be pretty busy once everything's official.
Yeah, that's true. Feels like they also had us going after some stuff that was kind of, I don't know, secretive or maybe not widely known about. So it makes me wonder if they're going to have us keep going after that sort of thing as well. Stuff that isn't actually a repossession, but is more just Amon wants it and they're sending us to go get it.
I mean, we both got those under the table folders, which now they can just give to us because we work for them.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess you're right. I'm sure they will keep us busy doing something.
If there's nothing else you guys have to do here, then, or anything you guys want to do here at Amon after you get your materials, check in with Barry, talk with Sharap, then yes, you will get a text message from the Rat King, or as you know her, Arani Devson,
Arani.
the coordinator and brain of the Moonrats.
Okay. What does the message say?
With our gang decimated, we're in a weird spot where we need to establish our strength again. That means establishing within the community. The Blink Dogs have suffered an incredible setback after fucking with Bold, but with Bold gone, I think this is where we can come back with a new style and attitude. One not based on our leader before me, but one based on power with the people around us. All Moonrats show up sober and clean. We have a gang matter to sort.
Did Keegan and I both get this text message?
Yes.
Look down at it. Both our HCOMs go off. We look at it. We look at each other. I'll look to my tattoo. It's like, huh.
I'll rub absently at a sore spot on my left shoulder blade.
Touch my chest, like, okay.
I really don't know if I remember getting the tattoo, honestly. Like, I was very drunk.
Yeah.
I guess they want us to show up to help the Moonrats?
Looks like it. I'll look over at my office and see the Moonrat jacket hanging there.
You think being in the Moonrats is like employment?
No, I think gangs are separate than corporations, right? Isn't that what Lucius and Fours figured out? They said the gangs are like the representation of the people, where the corporations are different in houses.
All right. Well, I guess we should go see what the Moonrats want.
Yeah. Let me put my armor on.
Yeah, it's like I was thinking about this. It feels like maybe not a speed suit situation.
No. But armor with running lights, yes.
So yeah, I guess I'll go to my office and change into street clothes. Probably the same street clothes that I left in my office earlier. Is my window still open?
Yeah, you opened it, yesterday? So yeah, it's still open.
Okay. My intention is to leave it open all the time, so I'm kind of curious if it ever changes.
No, absolutely. I will let you know if it changes.
Okay. So we'll go fresh set of armor, my Moonrat jacket, the constant blade, and my original my heavy pistol, and my brass knuckles.
We never got like bold requisitions, uniforms, or jackets or anything like that, right? That was never something Lucius gave us.
No.
Yeah, I don't
think we really wanted to stand out as requisitions.
Yeah. All right, so that means I'm probably back to wearing my. Well, no, I'm probably just wearing a regular hoodie.
You're wearing your super puffy jacket your buddy gave you for the Festival of Families.
I mean, I feel like it's getting too warm for that these days.
Probably. I think my car's still downstairs on the street. We can take that.
I don't think anybody's gonna mess with that thing.
Well, we gotta get to Olden's.
It's a bit overcast outside with a bit of rain.
All right, let's go take your burnt car to Olden.
Okay. We'll go down, get my vehicle, and head out.
As you are both leaving, Gorwell, hey, where are you guys going? As they'll throw his leftover float cup at the trash, which will kind of bounce off the wall, splattering a bit, but we'll go in the trash. You can see Barry's shoulders kind of...
It's okay, Barry. You don't have to worry about that. There's folks around for that.
Yeah, he'll kind of... But then I don't know what I'm doing here.
Yeah, neither do we. We're waiting on Lucius to come back and tell us. I don't think Lucius is our... Well, I guess Lucius is still kind of our boss.
He's our foreman
Sorta.
now, right?
something like that. Manager? But yeah, in any case, I think we're all just waiting to see what Amon wants us to do, which is probably what Lucius is handling now with HR. So in the meantime, Keegan and I are having, I don't know, a business lunch?
Yeah.
That's a thing, right?
Business lunch.
Gore would write down on his data pad, business lunch. All right, have fun.
Thanks, Gore.
Yep, we'll head out. And I'll immediately start thinking about, like, oh, are we supposed to be, like, tracking our hours in some way at this point?
I think only if we do stuff for Amon we'll track hours. This is, I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't read the employee handbook that closely, honestly.
We got a handbook?
Or maybe at all.
You do all have handbooks in your office.
The welcome party gave it to us, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Kate and Artek. Yeah.
That's right.
Yep. I probably just left all that stuff on the desk. I don't think I've thought to even look at any of it yet.
You'll ride the elevator down, head out through the front entrance. You'll see Steph out there leaning up against a limo. When she sees you both, you'll see her quickly and kind of in a way trying to hide it, like flick a cigarette behind her really quick and Retriever Rayland, Retriever Creek.
Stephanie, how you doing?
Hey, Stephanie.
Oh, good. Are we going somewhere?
Yes.
I will shoot you a weird look. Like, really?
I feel bad leaving with the. This is what she does. This is her job.
Yeah, but I feel like maybe it sends the wrong message to the Moonrats if we show up in an Amon limo.
Very true. Not today, Stephanie.
Alrighty.
Yeah, this is just off the clock stuff, Steph. Don't worry about it.
Okay, sounds good. Once she thinks you guys are about far enough away, she'll light up another cigarette.
And we'll walk down the block or so to get to my car.
Yeah, it's where you left it from the other day.
Nice. But no one wants
F7.
this.
Yeah, you can park this on the street and it'll be fine.
No parking tickets.
No parking tickets. A couple of crows will caw as they fly off the top of it and head off into the city.
All right. Let's make our way to Olden's.
The half-hour drive will go by quickly as you move through the city, heading back towards your old stomping grounds.
I think there's a punch junction in the glove box if you want one.
How long has it been there?
I couldn't say.
Out of morbid curiosity, I will open the glove box to see what a burnt, exploded punch junction inside of a glove box looks like.
The can is still fine. It is still covered in the Chaos Dragon motif from the Arena Festival about 3 years ago.
I will pull it out and look at it and shrug and open it.
It opens with a silent hiss.
What the hell? I'm literally biologically engineered to handle whatever I can pour down my throat. So I will take a sip.
Besides being, a little bit colder than room temperature, it's still fine. There's still a bit of carbonation left.
Mm-hmm.
And you can feel the faint fizz of the pop rocks they put in here for the Chaos Dragon Arena Festival.
Do I get any flavor beyond just sweet?
No.
Yeah. Then, yeah, I will say thanks to Keegan, and I will nurse this drink.
You're welcome. How much involvement do you think we're going to need to have with the Moonrats?
That's a good question. I mean, it's mostly up to them, right? Like, how much do they want us to be doing for them, with them?
I suppose.
We could always say no to whatever they want, but it seems like we're on good terms with the Moonrats these days, and I'd like to maintain that if we can.
Yeah, I've never been on bad terms with them.
I have. Not like personally bad terms, I don't think, but just in general in a Bold Requisitions versus Moonrats sort of way.
Okay. I don't think Lucius did us any favors with having that meeting there, but...
Well, yeah. I don't know what we could have done differently there.
I don't either. Seemed like a good idea at the time.
Sure. I think it just seemed like an idea at the time. I think Lucius was very much playing it off the cuff at the time.
As you pull up outside of Olden's, your phones will ping again, and you look down to see the first alert, of probably many, from Gore inviting you for his harvest farm.
I'm already in his harvest farm clan.
with your last phone.
Oh, I have a new phone?
He has a new phone, so he is sending out he is re-sending out the updates.
I have a new phone.
And that will ping as well.
Having been through this before, I will carefully not tap the notification, and I will put my phone back in my pocket.
Very well.
Yeah, I'll clear the notification as well.
I'll do it later. I just know what's going to happen if I do it now.
The outside of Olden's looks clean to some extent. Looks like somebody power washed the pavement. The bikes and vehicles outside are looking cleaned and washed. You can see Bossers outside, kind of wiping down the vehicles as they'll hey, creaking on.
Hey, Bosser.
Sir, good to see you.
How's it going?
Good. You can see there's kind of that look about him of like, it's weird hanging out here, not having a drink, but we're all waiting for the group. Abel went to get some breakfast, and we should be good to go here in a little bit if you guys want to head in. Ronnie's just setting up.
Okay, you need a hand with anything before we go in, or just...
Nah, I'm just drying these bad boys down.
Okay.
How many bikes are outside?
Like 7.
Okay. All right.
I'll head inside.
Yeah, I'll follow you.
Yeah, you'll see Shirkavan, along with other members of the Moonrats sitting around at tables. You can see Arani, her curly red hair pulled up into a knot above, as she's currently working on a couple data pads. And she sees you both enter, and you two are good for showing up. Moonrats work better as a group.
Yeah, I that makes sense. Shirkavan.
Yeah.
Point over at him.
Yeah, he'll give you the double finger guns. Calamity Creek.
How you feeling, buddy?
Oh, good. I like not being able to lift my arms above my shoulder.
I don't have a good comeback.
It's like, you're looking downright spicy. What the hell?
That platinum insurance did some wonders for me.
Don't you also have glowing pinstripes right now?
Shh. But yes, I do.
Yeah, he'll laugh and pull out a stool for you and take a seat.
I'll come sit down by him.
You can tell he's about to say, go grab a drink to Oswald before he looks over at Ronnie and goes from, hey, why don't you take a seat too, buddy?
Sure. Good to see you. Sure, come on.
What's the inside of the place look like at the moment?
It's finally all clean. There's the wall with a list of the names. You can see Ford is at the end there with an asterisk next to it.
You're gonna have to put a second asterisk on it too.
just go over there and kind of try and rub it out.
Weren't they? Was it being written into a wall, carved into a wall? I feel like it was pretty permanent.
I think it's carved.
The drunk flashback comes back of you guys with knives chiseling into the wall. And a bunch of people drunk screaming, Force! But Abel will return with Karashi and Sabrina. They will bring some breakfast in, and Sabrina kind of stops and sees you guys, and and Karashi will... Keegan? Oswald?
Karashi?
Hi.
Sabrina? What?
Hi, guys.
Hello.
What are you all doing here?
Karashi would, they wanted to get breakfast, and so we opened up. Sabrina is looking at joining in.
Huh.
I needed a place to go to with other people who can kind of understand.
Well, this is a good group.
Nod. Well, it's good to see you, Sabrina.
She'll unwrap kind of aluminum containers that have just kind of scrambled eggs and potatoes in them. And Karashi sets down some kind of like pico de gallo and tortillas, so you guys can just kind of make yourselves little breakfast tacos. And so Ronnie will thank them and welcome to the gang, everyone.
I don't think I have anything to say to that. I'm just going along with it for now and seeing where this goes.
Yeah. Smile and slowly start digging in.
Yeah, Ronnie will jump up and sit down on the bar top. You'll see her pull a trick much like Lucius does, as she'll levitate both the data pads in front of her. So after our devastating loss...
I'll look down.
We have some things that we have to address and some things we have to deal with. Right now, I think is a good chance for us to repair our reputation with the community. We've already fixed and cleaned up Goodberries, and we apologize for the graffiti that was put on before. And Sabrina will, it's okay. And Karashi will, don't do it again. But Arani will smile, but we need the support of the community if we're going to take over the new territory that the Blink Dogs have left. Now, this also means that we are going to have to send somebody to go speak with Gavin Tech to let them know our plans on expanding, and hopefully we can get there before other gangs try to take claim. So her eyes will stop as she looks over at Creek with the glowing armor and that kind of a. Anyways,
Sorry, I'll push the button and turn off the glowing.
So those are our first steps. Whether we want to split up and send a group to Gavin Tech, or if we just want to focus here, we're going to have to address both these at some point. Now, she'll look around at the whole gang, and I think I should probably go deal with Gavin Tech. I would like a lot of the rest of you to start helping out around here. Find places to fix up gardens. Let's get Goodberries up and running. Let's make sure that the community knows that they have a place to go, and that this is not the place where these sort of tragedies are supposed to happen. I've spoken with a few other members of the sealed court, and they're keeping an eye to make sure we're not being infiltrated yet. No other gangs have started to move in. So I think we need to use this grace period wisely. And if we can do this right, within a year or so, we can become an established gang that sits on par with the Bodaks or the big gangs.
Here.
I'll be nodding along through all of this.
But she'll look around everybody, and does that sound acceptable? And Bosser will, yeah, I can do that. And Abel will, I'll get together a crew and we can start cleaning up. Shirkavan will, I could probably steal a few cars for us. And Arani, she'll, no, not yet at least. Maybe you should come with me to Gavin Tech. Probably need some defense in case something starts up.
Yeah, Keegan and I can, go through the neighborhood, and I'm sure there's places we can help out, clean up things. We could start by making sure the Bold Requisitions lot is, tidied up.
Secured.
Yeah, I think I saw the signs out there. That's all Amon property now, right?
Yep, but unless they're going to send out a crew to tear it down and start clearing the lot, it's just going to be an eyesore in the neighborhood. But if there's something else in the area that seems more doable, then we can do that instead.
Unless you want extra support with Gavin.
Do that too.
This time when she looks at Keegan's armor, kind of stops and, actually, that does make a bit more sense. Sorry, Shirkavan, he'll, God damn it. I'm terrible at gardens. She'll, no, this actually will work better. I'll take you two since you look like you're already dressed for a problem.
Always.
I'll look at myself and think, I don't feel like I'm dressed for a problem, but okay. I am wearing, armor and weapons and a kit, so I know that I do look like I'm dressed for a problem. I just don't feel like I'm dressed for a problem.
But then, Shirkavan will, what am I going to do? And she'll, you know what? Why don't you stay here and make sure the bar's fine? You can have one drink an hour while we're not here. And he'll,
Oh, that loophole is so huge. Can only have 1 pint of whiskey per hour.
But with that, Arani will, all right, I'm taking Oswald and Keegan with me. Shirkavan, okay. You're going to stay here. Bosser, Abel, I want you guys to start getting out there with people. Sabrina, Karashi, if you can help them find places to be helpful. And then when we all meet back up tonight, Sabrina will get you that tattoo. And she'll nod, and Karashi would be like, fuck it. I got space for another one.
I think here is about the time I'm going to start to half remember getting a tattoo. Feel that ache on my shoulder. It's oh, I bet I know what that is.
Arani will follow you guys out, say, did you guys, and she'll see your car, see your e-drawn vehicle, and
I can drive.
Yeah, go for it. Oswald, take shotgun, I'll sit in the back.
Okay.
When I get some time, I'm going to get this fixed up. It's just been a rough week or so. Everybody in.
Yeah, they'll pile in, and Shirkavan will wave at all you guys from the door as he stands there with a cup of half-filled variety of liquors. You can see the brown mixing with blue, the bubbles from the champagne, and a little bit of the beer foam at the top.
1 drink.
See you later. Where are we headed?
We're heading to the other side of Dusk Banter, north part towards the edge of the Spider Forest. There's a part of unclaimed territory that the Inevitables have taken over. It does not belong to Amon yet. Spectrum hasn't purchased it.
Okay.
They have their own section. Gives the gangs a place to meet for Gangsmoot that is not controlled by anyone.
Oh, we got a bit of a drive then.
Sounds good.
Let's go.
I will attempt to turn on Keegan's radio. No idea if it's working.
Keegan, does your radio work?
It did before the fire.
Yeah, it seems to work fine still. It has a little bit of problem if you turn it up above like 12. It starts to go all crackly.
Mhm.
So it can be just loud enough that you can enjoy it with the windows up. But the second you roll the windows down, it's too quiet to enjoy or hear.
Okay. And I got that broken out window patched up with a board.
A board. Most people use like a clear garbage bag or something, but not Keegan Creek. He uses a sheet of plywood.
Some people would say I'm excessive.
Which window is this that has wood instead of glass?
Yours.
Great. Love it.
I think the back one survived. It's just the passenger shotgun seat.
All right, so I'll be spending a lot of time looking forward then. I'll probably go to just pop music on the radio.
Okay.
I know this. What I, as a player, actually want to do is switch to the news, but I just don't think Oswald would.
Yeah, Ronnie would roll down her window. And
I think this is a really good idea, Ronnie.
I hope so. I'm worried if I can't keep the Moonrats together, that there's just gonna be a lot of bored people that will get up to bad things.
That's fair.
So we're gonna talk about why you're all lit up. Also, I don't remember you, and she'll lean over and kind of poke at your arm, Oswald.
Ah, yeah.
What, you get some mods too?
No. This is, and I'll think about just telling her like the outright truth that it's like far realm disease. But I'll think better of that, and instead I'll say that it's I've been going through some stuff recently, and this is I don't know, it's some kind of poison or disease or something. It's slowly seems like it's taking its toll. I think it's mainly okay. It doesn't hurt, but yeah, it looks fucking weird, right? And I'll hold up my claw.
Sure does. Well, as long as you're still okay, I guess that's a win for you, right?
Yeah, doing better now, I think.
But yeah, she'll put her feet up on the other side of the back seat, kind of lean against the window, let her hair go outside, and it's been a long time since somebody drove me around. This is nice.
What race is Ronnie?
Human.
It's a good thing I like driving.
So it sounds like, Ronnie, you're looking to make the Moonrats more than just a gang? Like it's almost like a community service or community watch or community support organization?
Yeah, I mean, big plan is if we can get the Moonrats strong enough, then we can apply to become a house. We can provide an actual benefit to the people in our neighborhood. And I don't mean a corporation house. Those are clearly all fucky.
Not wrong.
Yeah. If you became a house, though, couldn't then some other house send you a wine basket? I mean, does it matter what type of house you are?
Could be. I've never seen any of those I've never seen any of those rules, but it would take us out of the gang circuit. Wouldn't have to compete for space and wouldn't have to renew our, dues every year.
To pay dues to be a gang? Like, I get why, like, members of the gang might need to pay dues, but the gang itself pays dues?
Yeah, it's part of Gavin Tech's rules. It also keeps us safe to some extent, not from other gangs, but if gangs need assistance, if we need assistance from other gangs, that's part of what it's there for.
I guess that makes sense.
And as of right now, it's the people and the corporations.
Yeah, I don't think Oswald has put a whole lot of thought into that sort of thing, like how the economic structure of society works, or how that impacts people's daily lives, and where gangs fit into all that. Like,
yeah, she'll kind of use this as a soapbox moment to kind of talk about, with corporations ruling everything, we don't have any kind of structure or power for people. There's no government, really, except for Amon, the scumbags that they are.
Hear, hear.
What would that even look like if we had a government? What would the government do for us
Well,
that Amon doesn't do? Like, how would it be different?
I don't think the Seeker should be owned by a corporation. I don't think the Amon Protection Division, as we just saw, Justikari killed more than over half my members, and they got executed because they heard the bottom dollar of the corporation. Not because they did anything wrong to us.
Yeah.
But because they fucked with Amon's bottom line. So, what if there was something that bound us all by the same rules? A united Zoran empire as opposed to one built on corporate behemoths.
Oswald will think about that for a minute. He's trying to imagine how that would even work because, like, the Amon cops, essentially, they wouldn't go away, per se. She's talking about them being bound by some kind of rules that apply to everybody. But who's going to enforce those rules? It would have to be somebody with even more power than Amon, which I don't think Oswald can even, like, conceive of.
Well, like Corlia. We're all military run there, right? It's all one big Corlia system.
Maybe not as military based like Corlia, but something like maybe God's Face has, or Core Junction. There's cities out there that have governments that help the people. We don't even have that. We just luckily have Ty Fralin, which, as far as I can tell, at least likes the place.
He does like the place.
Well, how do those other places deal with Amon, or whatever big corporations they have?
I don't think Core Junction has big corporations.
Huh.
But there's
As
an
far
Amon
as the-
bank there.
Oh, sure.
Well, why doesn't Amon take it over?
I don't know. I don't know why they don't. If they have the power, which can only lead me to guess they don't. And God's Face, from what I understand, the corporations there have to pay the government the right to actually work there.
Huh.
I mean, why would he want to start a new conflict if he's already got control of this area, just branching out?
Yeah, I guess. I just don't really see how it all would work. Like, for a government to be here and Amon to play by the same rules as the Moonrats? Like, who's gonna tell Amon to do that? And how are they gonna get Amon to say yes? Like, who's powerful enough for that?
And she'll sigh and look out the window at the Dustblade Tower and the giant ziggurat as you guys are driving through the city. No one, until somebody deals with Amon.
I mean, even if that did happen, like, who's to say that the government wouldn't be just as bad as Amon, or maybe even worse?
She'll look at you with a serious look and say, we would be, for the people.
Huh. So, like, what? We would all be the government?
Yeah, don't see why not.
Can't have change without some kind of risk. So maybe the next system isn't perfect, and we keep adapting, right?
Exactly.
Huh.
Seems weird to fight a war against Mechanus to bow down to the first big corporation that shows up. At least Mechanus had laws.
Well, it's hard for me to imagine what all that would look like. But, yeah, I think it sounds good to live in a society that will have more freedom. Don't have to do anything that a corporation says. So, if having a government gets us that, then sure, sounds good. Just because I don't understand it doesn't mean it's a bad idea.
You know, it's kind of fun. I never get to talk like this with the other Moonrats.
Thanks for letting us in.
Yeah. And that immediately gets me thinking about, oh, that means Shirkavani would be part of the government in whatever the world the government means in this future. It's like, how does that work?
But you guys will pass under a billboard for an upcoming Spellbounce game. The Sullys versus the Gunslingers. They have a cartoon lizard yelling at a raccoon holding a gun. And she'll look up and admire kind of the city. She doesn't get out of the neighborhood that often.
Do you have a sunroof, Keegan? I'm really missing the wind right now. I really want fresh air.
I roll down my window.
Yeah, I'm really tempted to try and roll down this piece of plywood.
You got that sweet whistling noise as the plywood's kind of hitting the door.
Just crawl the back seat and open that window.
Yeah, all right. I will do literally that. I will crawl over the seat into the back.
Yeah, Arani will pull her legs up to give you room to sit in the back with her.
Yeah, I'll roll down the window. My favorite part of the city is the openness of it, and like the openness in between the structures, like being able to go through the city. And when I'm inside of an enclosed car and can't roll down the window, it just feels like I'm just seeing the city but not part of the city,
Yeah, she'll, I guess, kind of feel grossed out by this part. Hey, Keegan, you should put some braces on the back of this. Make it a shield in case you need it. And she'll hit the the board you have up.
Good idea.
But you guys will, after a couple hours cutting through the city, will pull up to the edge of the Spider Forest. There are a couple seekers here that will let you know that you're passing into a non-controlled area. And Arani will just give him the middle finger as...
I feel like Arani and Lucius might get along pretty well.
You'll see she will cast a spell. You can see all of the cameras here at the checkpoint all turn off.
Ooh,
Nice.
it's a cool trick.
No answer.
But she actually has to cast it, like, so she actually does the hand motions and the words.
Okay.
But you guys
I'll
will...
keep heading into the direction I was told.
Yeah. You'll drive up a long path as you'll pass by. There are people out here kind of moving and trading between decently built but makeshift structures. Before you guys will see your first Roy.
Have we met a Roy already?
You met a Roy on the airship that when you were with E-Sparks.
That's right. I met a person who was saying I am a Roy. Yes.
Yes. But this is where, yes, you would meet. You'd see your first Roys. They would stop you and greetings, high fives.
Sure.
I'll give a high five because I did before.
I will high five as well.
Pleasure to meet you all. What can we help with?
Yep, looking to Ronnie.
We're here for Gavin Tech, Moonrats, and the Rat King. And they'll, very well, Mrs. Rat King, continue in.
Thank you. Is there a parking area I should head towards?
The Roy will point off to the left, and you'll see other nice Hedron vehicles, and you will find your space near them.
Nice. As it putters into the space. My shop burned down. I don't know what to do now.
You would see the structure which Gavin Tech resides in. It does not look that much fancier than the makeshift structures that you saw on your way in, but it does look sturdier. The door's about twice as large, which makes sense once you enter in and you see Gavin Tech. Though he is sitting, probably standing, they're probably about 14 feet tall. You can see the mechanical gears that were underneath the large, almost Spartan-like helmet he's wearing, the gauntlets that give off a faint thrum and smell of ozone, as he'll...
That's a Mara suit.
I will just stop in my tracks because up until this very moment, I assumed that an inevitable was just the name of the gang that rules over all gangs.
That is a correct assumption. But Keegan, you can tell this is not a suit.
Oh.
Yeah,
Huh.
I think the closest I can think of about what I'm seeing right now is I'm probably thinking oh, this is somebody from Mechanus. Which is, I don't know, probably most I know about that is from, 8th grade history books, that kind of thing. Oh yeah, back in the day, there was a war with Mechanus.
Yeah, you can roll me history checks, both of you.
Yeah, let me throw a check up there, because as knowing what I know of armors and weapons and stuff, my go-to is Mard armor.
I got a 5 on my untrained knowledge history check.
But after the shock of seeing Gavin Tech in person...
17 knowledge history, untrained.
Yeah, Oswald, 8th grade history just out the window, right?
Yeah. It's what is this? I thought the Mechanus was gone.
But Keegan, Corleone history doesn't cover as much of the Mechanus side. They were less at risk of that. And so it's taught kind of like it was a foreign war to some extent, right?
Okay.
They talk about that Mechanus did threaten the plane, and this was when a lot of lesser gods came to the plane. But Corleone, for the most part, was able to handle it well. A trained military population against an invading force that has to get past all of their choke points in a terrain that they control. Mechanus is not as large a note as it would be in Oswald's books that he never bothered to read or remember.
Okay.
But standing off to the side, you can see there are 3 other gang members here. One of them, you can definitely tell, is from the Displacers. Another one, you're pretty sure they're a Gabo. And then a fairly burly-looking lizard folk with multiple metal platings and spikes on it. You assume are from the Bullets. But Gavin Tech would Rat King, and Orani would Gavin Tech, I'm here to request territory. Which he'll lean back, and you were not the first. The Displacers will say, we also have claim to that. We've been fighting the Blink Dogs longer than you have. And the Gabos said, that's bullshit, we never get anything. And the Bullets said, we're tired of competing with the gelatinous cubes for space. We want city territory. Tired of this underground shit. And Gavin Tech would, so now I find myself trying to consider what would be fair, whether dividing it amongst all of you, or if any of you has a higher claim to the others.
I have thoughts, but I'm definitely feeling I'm not sure that it's my place to speak. So I'll probably be looking at Urani to see what kind of facial signal she's giving. Is she wanting us to stay quiet? Are we expected to pipe up?
You can see she has a very serious, determined look on her face, but if she sees you looking over, she'll give you guys that look of, if you got something, go for it.
We are the ones who fought the Blink Dogs, and they fought us. suffered casualties at their hands. We've killed some of them. The reason the Blink Dogs the reason their territory has been made open is because of our efforts. How many Blink Dogs was this part of a larger conflict? Were the Blink Dogs fighting the rest of you as well?
The Displacer representative would, yes, we've been fighting them this whole time. Before the Gobos would be like, that doesn't matter, it's our turn. And the Bullet representative would, who the hell are these two people? Still look like Moonrats.
What's a Moonrat supposed to look like?
We're gang members.
Perhaps you heard about the battle at Olden's? I'll bring up the fight at Runic Securities, I'll bring up the massacre at Olden's, and I'll also bring up the infiltration at Thus, and say, that was all us. Like, literally us, we were there.
Yeah, Gavin Tech would, that is a solid claim. And look to the other ones. Do you have anything for this? Do you wish to try to take this from them by force here now? And you can see the Gobos will kind of, well, hold on. We're being a little hasty. The Displacer looks frustrated, but doesn't look like they're ready for this. Most of these representatives are lightly armed, so heavy pistols, or the Gobbo guy has at least like 4 revolvers on him.
Alright, so I've got a sword and a pistol, so probably about the same.
Yeah, I mean, Keegan here looks like he's Marit's little brother.
Right.
Before Arani would, so I don't want this to come to violence, as we've had more than enough. So I would like us to take our claim and return with it. Go ahead and Oswald, for you throwing in on that, go and give me your diplomacy, which will aid onto Arani's.
Good thing I didn't say anything.
I got a total of 21 on my diplo.
Alrighty.
I've been getting better at diplomacy.
Yeah, Arani will, though she speaks well, and she explains the position, and you added a lot to it. You can see Gavin Tech is still in a bit of a bind, right? These other gangs do somewhat have a claim, but at the same time, the opportunistic feel over the murdering of this other gang, that not all of it is from you guys, but a lot of it. You'll see yes, am I to understand that you were not Moonrats at that time?
I will shrug and say, no, I suppose we weren't. We were operating from Moonrat's territory, and we've always considered ourselves, maybe not part of the Moonrats, but think of them as friends and allies when we can. But, I mean, by that same logic, wouldn't that mean that if we weren't part of Moonrats, we were part of Boulder Acquisitions? So would that mean that Boulder Acquisitions has a claim to the former Blink Dog territory? Or worse yet, Amon?
I won't look at him.
Yeah, Gavin Tech would be like, I don't know what Amon has to do with this, but I believe Mr. Estebold did not apply to be a gang when I met with him, or else you would. The Gobos, well, we can do the race. We can do the race. And you can see the Displacer representative and the Bullet representative kind of roll their eyes like, oh my god. It's like, what? It's an old rule. We can still use it. We race down Kilmarty Drive on foot. And Arani will, that's stupid, right? And everyone but the Gobos like, that's stupid. Except for Gavin Tech, that is a law to settle disputes. And it does end in your territory, Arani. And she'll, looking kind of frustrated, and you can see like she clenches her fists a way of like, you know, she would like to be able to do something, but knows that would be very dangerous to do here. And she'll, okay, sir, if that's what you think is a viable option. The Bullets will, no, we're in agreement with her. This doesn't need to happen. And the Gobbo representative will be like, fuck yeah, it's gonna happen. Very well. Gavin Tech will, then we will take a vote here. If the 4 of you are willing to do this, then we can resolve it that way. Otherwise, we will have to begin deliberations over the property. Which you can see Arani gets frustrated by, as deliberations kind of imply it's going to take a long time. And she'll, give me a moment. Let me just explain to my gang members here what this is. Then Gavin Tech would, please, representatives, you may call your own members in case we decide to do this. So Arani will kind of huddle up with you guys, and you'll see through gritted teeth, she'll like, this would be so much easier if I could just use magic. But Gavin Tech is not someone to push around lightly. Do you guys know the old story of Kilmarty Drive?
Can't say that I do.
I don't think so.
It's the longest road in Dust Banter.
Ooh.
Okay.
Do I know that road?
You're not really a road guy. You're either being driven or you're going through the streets, but yeah, I mean, you guys, if you have a knowledge local or If you have something, or just give me an int check.
Have a rank in knowledge local. Why wouldn't I?
The duality of man.
My int check is 2, and I rolled a 1.
My knowledge local is a 26. I got a nat 20 on it.
Which fits well. Keegan's not from here, and so
Yeah.
does not understand this. But Oswald, you've been here long enough. Kilmeny Drive is the longest road in Dustbanter. It goes all the way from the Ziggurat, weaving through, avoiding large stones, and forming kind of like bike paths through parks, through areas before it does end behind Goodberries. It's, if you have the time, it's a nice, almost 12-hour walk.
Okay.
Like
Is this
the Burt
a
Gilman?
road that yeah, is this a trail? Is this a road that vehicles are ever on? Like some of both?
So it's some of both. Like, it's been historically repaired in places where vehicles go over it to kind of keep it safe. Like, it's a historic path, right? So people can still walk the Kilmeny Drive, but it's that people don't drive it anymore.
Okay.
Like, train tracks go over it, or roads might cross it, but freeways are built over it. It's not to damage it. But she'll explain. So back during the house times, this was a way to settle some disputes of basically a race to the end of the drive. No spells, no gear, whoever gets there first.
Okay.
Here.
Recently, they've had, of course, modify that. No leg enhancements.
Makes sense.
But yeah, it was a way to settle disputes most people end up giving up, right? And how long can you walk before you realize you just don't care that much? And it's not odd for somebody to pass out, or, he's come up every few years and somebody passes out by hour 3, and then it really doesn't matter. But you still have to get to the end if you want to win it.
How long of a hoof is it?
Average person, like say 10, 12 hours. If you're fit, you're probably looking at 6 hours on and off of running. It's not easy, but it's not meant to be. It's meant to see who actually wants the thing, right?
Right. Like military marches.
If the Gabos are doing this, it's because they think they have somebody who can make the run.
Is it possible to cheat?
She'll look at you, and I'm sure it is, but getting caught cheating means Gavin Tech deals with you.
You don't want that. I don't know what he is, but he's impressive.
What counts as cheating versus the rules? Like, Gavin Tech seems like a really by the rules kind of guy, person.
Yeah, she'll say inevitable.
Inevitable, right.
It's
So is
easier
he
if we all just pretend he's just a giant person.
Yeah. So, is this like a spirit of the rules thing or a letter of the rules thing?
I think it's spirit of the rules, but I'm not saying you can't attack your fellow racers, but that is nothing's there to stop them sending another person behind them, right? I can get all of the Moonrats here if we want and have all 20 of us run down this thing.
Right.
But if somebody passes out and, let's say, a bullet here wants to put a bullet in him, we can't really stop him.
Right. Are there judges or referees or witnesses or what?
Nope, there'll be a Roy waiting at Goodberries.
Huh. So, yeah, just a race for the prize, basically.
Yep. She'll say, I know I can't do it. I last time only made it about 3 hours before, but I tried running. Thought I could get far enough ahead and build up time.
Are skateboards allowed?
I think that falls under new gear.
I'm sure this grappling harness backpack contraption I've got probably isn't allowed either, huh?
Yeah, probably not.
If you won't go for a skateboard, I'm sure you won't go for a zip through the air trick.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I'm willing to do my bit and be one of the runners, but I don't feel like I've got any special advantages if I can't use a board or my gear.
Feel I can do okay.
Yeah, I think Keegan's probably our best bet. I'll do what I can to keep up and cover his back.
Yeah, she'll look at Keegan and you think you could do this?
Been a while since I've ran that far, but done long runs, training, and still in fairly good shape, I think. You just have surgery, but, I'm feeling a lot better.
Would I be allowed to use my board and my gear just to go along with Keegan if I'm not officially part of the competition, but I'm just trying to keep up with him to help keep him safe? Or maybe just witness other people in the race in case I catch somebody else cheating?
Yeah, as long as you're not actually in the race.
All right. I mean, if we're taking it as a given that Keegan's gonna be our runner, then that seems like that'd be a better place for me. That way I can help watch his back better.
As Arani finishes our huddle with you guys. All right, Keegan, if you think you can do this.
Yeah, I think I can do it. I mean, Moonrats are the ones that made this territory available. Shouldn't have to, but I can do this.
Yeah, so she'll turn around. Gavin Tech, we're ready to vote when the others are. The other representatives will get off their HCOMs and all kind of acknowledge we're ready as well. We have people on the way. Very well. Then all who agree, say aye. The Gabo representative is the first one. Aye! Before Ronnie will aye as well. The Bullet representative would no. Before the Displacer representative would yeah, it's better than sitting in dispute for months. We'll take it. Aye. And Gavin Tech will stand all the way up, towering over all of you. Then we will begin the race at dusk.
Okay.
You have 2 hours to get your racers here. Those of you that are already here and ready, relax or do what you need to do.
Okay. Help me get this armor off.
Yep, I will help you take your armor off.
I'm sending 2 Roys, one to Goodberries and the other to the Amon Ziggurat. You'll meet with the Roy outside of the Amon Ziggurat, and they will begin from there.
Okay.
I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
You'll see he'll go to clap or to put his hands together, and we'll slow it down before they strike each other, and it lets out kind of a thumb. See, we are all bound in agreement now.
Huh. Can I tell whether that has some, effect? Some kind of... Did he just cast a spell?
It does have an effect.
Huh. Neat. As far as I know, we're not planning on trying to get around the rules or cheat at all. So,
No.
I think that works in our favor.
Yeah. I just need to find some running shorts and a good pair of shoes. So these armor boots won't do it, but there's a bunch of trading stuff around here, right?
Yeah, there are people bartering and trading things, or you can head in the city and purchase, because you need to start at the Amon Ziggurat.
Oh, okay.
So you guys can head back into the fashion district if you need a buy.
Isn't that where our office is?
Yes.
Well, I'm gonna get the best shoes and shorts I can get.
I wonder what the rules have to say about you being an Amon employee.
I don't know. Should we ask our leader?
Seems like you have not wanted to let Urani know yet that we are Amon.
I mean, we.
So I think this is your call.
It shouldn't have an effect.
Actually, this might be the best time to let Urani know, now that I'm thinking through, because she might be not thrilled about us being Amon, and would maybe kick us out of the gang over that. But if she does that, she loses her runner.
Yeah, I should probably tell her.
But yeah, Arani will be ready. You guys ready to go get you some shoes?
Yeah. Oswald.
You guys are walking back to the car. You'll see the Gabo representative. Yes, send all of them. The Bullet representative will hop on their Hedron motorcycle and head out, and the Displacer will also hop on theirs. And yeah, I'll see you guys all at First and Kilmani.
Sounds good. See you there.
But Arani will hop in the back seat.
I will get in the back seat. Plywood door.
But yeah, she'll brush her hair back and, whew, holy crap. Oh man, always scary beating that guy.
Yeah, he's very intimidating and impressive.
I'm glad I'm not the only one who felt that way. What the shit?
Yeah, he's one of I guess the last few that survived the war, but found themselves in a place that they weren't a threat, and so Amon lets them stay, I guess.
I think Lucius mentioned something about an actual inevitable, but that I didn't imagine that.
Yeah,
I think Raylan lets him stay because probably costs too many Protection Division agents to take him down.
Possibly.
They say you can fold a Hedron vehicle in half.
I don't doubt it.
I mean, yeah, with a certain... I mean, if you got the right pistons, the right mechanical advantage, you can just fold anything in half.
Well, let's not cheat so he doesn't have to fold Keegan.
Yeah, I don't plan on it.
Yeah, for sure.
Our employment shouldn't have anything to do with our affect our gang status, correct? Or gang member status, correct?
Oh, being part of Vestibold staff? No.
What if You know, you know, we were in the house war that came up, right? He's been telling everybody about that, especially in the neighborhood.
Yeah, I heard him mention that. Sabrina brought up that House War got her husband killed.
No,
Technically,
actually.
That's just
That's
other people trying to kill Lucius.
Yeah, that's a separate assassination plot against Lucius. That has nothing to do with the House War.
Yeah, Ronnie will just... Yeah, that's above my pay grade. I don't...
Well, the house war's over,
Oh, good. You won?
in a sense.
All right, you're sounding shadier than Shirkavan hiding a drink.
I don't know exactly what Lucius did, all the ins and outs of it, but we are now part of Amon requisitions.
Oh, so you guys are corporate scam.
Yeah,
Apparently.
It's not going to matter here, but a little frustrating. Amon's not going to try to take our stuff, are they?
they shouldn't.
I don't.
Gangs and businesses or corporations are usually fairly separate, right?
Supposed to be.
I don't think Amon's gonna do anything that they weren't already gonna do. It sounds like Lucius signed over everything that was Estibold, or everything that was his to sign over.
Which is why the lot is now Amon
Hmm.
owned.
Amon's going to consume, right?
Yeah. And our employment went with business.
Oh, so you guys are bought.
I guess.
Yes.
I haven't read too much into the paperwork that they had me sign, but it didn't sound like it had much of a choice. It sounded like it was Lucius's call. Whatever Lucius did, that's what did it to us.
Yeah.
The Kobani race predates corporations, so... And if Gavin-Tech didn't find an issue with it, then I think we're fine.
I'm sure he knows. He knew that we weren't officially part of the gang during the battles. He knew that we're now part of the gang. I mean, unless you briefed him on all that stuff, he's...
No, Gavin-Tech... Well, short of the sealed court, Gavin-Tech and the Inevitables are probably the fastest information brokers you can get.
What's the sealed court?
We're a group that used to work with all the gangs. Me and a couple others, Zatarix and Kariz, used to kind of keep track of comings and goings, kind of help the gangs, try to create a center place for all of us to work together from. It worked okay until gangs started competing for more property and space. And then, well, Zatarix left and we weren't able to replace him.
You mean the drone zone guy?
Oh, you know him?
I know of him. I never met
He
him.
didn't leave. He died.
Yeah, he was found in a burnt out building, right?
Yeah. Amon killed him.
Huh. Why? Was it to do with him being part of the sealed court?
No, Zatarix was always, was it pay to win? And I think he finally lost.
Dang.
Huh.
Good guy, too.
Yeah, only reason I know about him is from his association with the drone zone, which was one of the places that Orion Storm was trying to go house war on, in addition to bold requisitions. So we were trying to link up with the drone zone to see if, I think, unless I'm mixing that up, but so we were trying to link up with them to see if they were maybe a natural ally in the fight.
No, you're mixing that up.
Oh, no, I am mixing that up. Yeah, drone zone was just the place that Force was getting drones from.
Yeah.
Well, if we can take over that Blink Dog territory, the drone zone will fit into that. We can do a lot to help Blake and his mom there.
Yeah.
So if you can win this,
I'll give it everything I got.
and then she'll look you up and down and, now let's go get you some short shorts.
Sounds good.
There's a pretty good shopping area up in the tower.
Yeah, she'll look in. I don't think I'm allowed up there, but you guys are.
I've been there before I was an Amon employee.
Let's do it.
You guys will head into the city, into the financial district. As daylight starts to fade, drifting behind the buildings, illumination starts to pick up. Neon lights of businesses going on, holograms and illusions of saving squids, arenas, casinos, all of it happening at once as the transformation from downtown goes from daytime shopping area to more of a nighttime experience. But you'll be able to find yourself a great pair of running shoes,
Nice.
some good shorts, and a decently thick, I don't know what you want to wear on top, vest or something. You gotta keep warm because it will get chilly running at night.
Yeah.
But Kilmoney Drive is illuminated. It is a historic site, so you're not gonna have to worry about running in the dark. But after you guys purchase everything,
I was going to say, yeah, nice running vest.
I'll be grabbing bottled water, whatever, I don't know, energy food that I can find. I'm not a runner, so I'm probably going to like the energy bar section of the groceries zone.
Yeah.
get yourself a fanny pack.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, and I'll hook Keegan up with one of the energy drinks, the fancy corporate energy drinks, for the race. Plan on bringing the rest with me.
Okay.
So have this one first.
Yeah, might as well.
Okay.
You'll hit him one of the ROS energy drinks.
Yep.
Okay. I will chug that down before the race.
It is bitter and tart, but as you drink it, you can definitely feel the you can feel from the ends of your like hair tips to your fingers as you're like, whoo, ha, like all of you for a moment there is fucking ready. But you'll pull up, park in your employee spot.
Hey.
For Ronnie, she'll definitely look up. She's never been this close to the Zikrat, right? This isn't her territory. She doesn't come into the city that often. And she, as much as she does not like the corporation, she does look up at it a bit in awe. The massive lights that shoot up into the sky. Display tower this close is an impressive and intimidating sight. But yeah, you'll see the two runners for the displacers, Milan, M-O-L-A-N, and Nalam, N-O-L-A-M.
Okay.
You'll see the runners for the Gabos. So the one you saw before, the representative, is Hump Day. But you'll see that they have their team together: Trash Puke, Lord Stomps, Viceroy, Stab and Grab, and Master Squat.
Nice.
And the Bullets have their runner, fairly fit-looking lizard folk named Thorexix. But we will end this session with Keegan Creek standing next to Milan, Nalam, Trash Puke, Lord Stomps, Viceroy, Stab and Grab, Master Squat, and Thorexix. As you're all at the edge of the Amon property, at the beginning of Kelmani Drive, as Arandi will look at you with a hopeful look and also a, I guess, just don't get killed.
I got this.
Thanks for listening. Like, rate, review, subscribe, you know, all the stuff. Our intro and outro are from Nylor. 10,000 people chanting I'm an individual. Gathered from Pixabay. You heard Momot Music, A Presentation. Yevgeny Bardyuza, Password Infinity. Alex Kizenkov, Start Now. And Wilkemno, 180118. Well, as I said, we're taking July off, but we'll be back in August with more episodes for now. So, have a good one.